Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for some more small kitchen organization. I have some problem areas in my kitchen that were desperately needing my attention, so I've got a ton of ideas and space-saving hacks to share with you if you also have a small space that you struggle to keep organized. We're working in my freezer today, as well as a couple of cabinets that have failed organization systems in them, and a couple of drawers that are super narrow and small and have been such a headache to try to organize in any kind of sustainable fashion. But I think I finally figured it out, and a large part of that is due to taking my time to find the right organization bins for this space. I've been looking at TJMaxx, HomeGoods, and Amazon over the past few months, slowly collecting pieces that I've found, especially for the freezer. I feel like those can be so difficult, not only to find bins that are freezer safe, but also when you have a pull-out freezer, it's deep, like a chest freezer, and I feel like that can be really, really difficult to organize. But I finally figured it out, and I'm so excited to share that with you. If you have had this same struggle, just keep watching. You are going to want to see this. And if you do see anything that you think would work in your space and that you want to try out, check out my description box. I am going to link absolutely everything that I can find online, and I'll also note anything that I couldn't find online and you may need to look in your local stores for. But actually, ButcherBox is what inspired me to do all of this organizing. I've ordered a couple of boxes from ButcherBox now and absolutely love the service, but when our box came in this month, I had no place to put any of my selections in the freezer because it was just out of control and overflowing. It was really bad, and I knew that if I just had some better organization in there, there would be plenty of space. So I'm going to go ahead and completely empty it so that I can reorganize and get things back in here so that I can put away my ButcherBox. Also, while it was empty, I'm going to take advantage of that, of course, and vacuum up all of the small food bits and particles that have fallen to the bottom, and then wipe everything down with my Jaws kitchen cleaner. That's a really good cleaner and degreaser, but it's also non-toxic, so I feel really comfortable using it in a space where my food is going to go, which is definitely important to keep in mind when you are doing a project like this. I don't want to contaminate any of my food or make my family sick by using harsh chemicals or anything like that. So I'm just going to get this completely cleared out, get all of those food bits up, all of that nastiness vacuumed up and gone, and then wipe everything down.
Do you miss me at all? Do you think about the things we used to do? No, you couldn't stand tall. So why didn't you call? So many years has gone by, but I think about you all the time. Looks like you're changing and all, but why didn't you call? Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air. Can you feel me? Can you feel me? Can you feel me? Do you miss me at all? Do you think about the things we used to do?
So this is an overview of everything that I had in the freezer, and to be honest, I'm surprised to see some of these items. I totally forgot that we even had them, which I know is due to a complete lack of organization. If you can't see everything that you have, then you can't use everything that you have, and that leads to very unnecessary food waste and higher grocery costs, which is just, nobody is needing that in their life right now. But I'll address that in a second. For now, I wanted to put away my ButcherBox box first. This is actually the second box I have ordered from ButcherBox, and I like to customize my selections to fit with our monthly meal plan every time that I order, but I do know that they have all chicken, all beef, all pork boxes that are pre-selected and super easy to order. If you've never heard of ButcherBox, it's a meat delivery box that shows up right to your doorstep as frequently as you are needing, with free shipping every time. And they make 100% grass-fed, grass-finished beef, free-range organic chicken, pork raised crate-free, and wild-caught seafood, super affordable and accessible to the everyday consumer. I feel like nowadays the grocery stores are completely out of control. The cost of everything due to inflation and other factors is just almost unaffordable to get meat-based proteins. So I've been looking for ways to alleviate some of that stress from our family's budget, and ButcherBox has been such a huge part of that. The average cost of ButcherBox is less than $6 per meal, which is super competitive with anything else I've seen on the market right now. I know that I have talked about this in the past through my videos and especially over on Instagram, but I have severe financial anxiety due in large part to struggling with homelessness and food insecurity in my early adult years. I truly believe that once you have experienced something like that, it never really leaves you. It has impacted me probably for the rest of my life. But anyway, when things like inflation in current day are getting out of control, rising grocery costs and grocery shortages, it kind of stirs all of that up for me. And every single time I go grocery shopping, I feel like it's a panic attack waiting to happen. It just has been causing me so much stress and anxiety. And I know that I am not alone in that. This is impacting so many people in the worst kinds of ways. And ButcherBox has truly done so much to help alleviate some of that stress and anxiety for me. So if you are also struggling with the same thing, you definitely need to try them out. They do make it super easy and convenient for you. You can order single boxes just to test them out or sign up for a weekly or monthly subscription. You can change your frequency of delivery as often as you need to, and even cancel your subscription with absolutely no penalty. So I have partnered on today's video with ButcherBox to give you guys a very special offer for some free selections. I'll leave all of the details down in my description box, along with a quick and easy link to the ButcherBox website where you can sign up for your membership today. So thank you so much to ButcherBox for partnering with me on today's video, always doing your very best to offer affordable quality meat to all of your customers, and for sharing a special offer with all of my viewers and subscribers. But look at how this freezer came out. Holy crap, night and day difference. I can finally see everything that I have in here, see all of my ButcherBox selections, and it makes meal planning and cooking just so much easier for me. But now that we've got that organized, I'm going to move over into this cabinet that has a failed organization system in here. I'm just going to pull everything out the same as I did in the freezer, check out everything that I'm working with, kind of mess around with all of the new organization bins that I have, see if I can come up with a different system, and just work on revamping this and making it a more functional space for me and my family. I really love these 2-section kitchen organizers. If you see them in your local HomeGoods or TJMaxx, definitely pick some up. I'll do my very best to find them online so that I can link them down in the description box for you as well. But these worked out really well. Our cabinets are actually slightly smaller than a standard size cabinet, and so that can make it difficult to find organizers that will fit in there and still allow the cabinet doors to shut securely. But these were the absolute perfect size, and I ended up using them for things like my measuring cups, measuring spoons, my can opener, wine bottle opener, things like that. Just these small random items that I was trying to keep in a drawer, and they were just kind of jostling around in there and never stayed organized. But using them here in this cabinet with these organizers has worked out so much better, and I just highly recommend. 10 out of 10 if you are struggling with cabinet organization. These things are life-changing. But this is how the cabinet is looking for now. You can see I've used like our lunchbox supplies are in one of those organizers, my measuring cups and measuring spoons in another. It just created so much more space for everything else. I am going to revisit that cabinet in a minute, but right now I wanted to move over into our spice cabinet. This had some organization in here. Part of it worked out really well and part of it just has not been sustainable for us. So I'm going to keep those little packet organizers. I love those so much, and I moved them down to the bottom. They fit perfectly in that space. But I found this spice organizer that I think is going to work out so much better than what I had before. It is space saving because it's two-tiered and it will fit on that middle shelf perfectly. I also love that it has the handle, so it's been really easy for me to pull it out of the cabinet whenever I'm cooking and put it back in and just keep everything contained and organized a lot better than what I was doing before. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer all of my spices over here, and then I'll have tons of extra room for some of the things that were not fitting previously. So this is how my spice cabinet turned out, and as you can see, it's a pretty narrow space to begin with, but finally everything is fitting in here really well. It's very organized and makes everything way more accessible, which is what I was going for. But now I'm going to tackle this little drawer next to the oven. I hate this thing. I don't understand what anyone was thinking when they, one, made such a narrow drawer to begin with, but two, placed it right here next to the oven where it literally scrapes against the oven handle when you try to pull it out. It's almost not functional at all and has been so difficult to try to keep organized because drawer organizers just don't even fit in there in general. So I found this silicone spoon rest. I know you can use this up on your countertop when you're cooking too, but it worked out perfectly to hold all of my utensils that I didn't want in my kitchen crock. And then all of the other little gadgets that I had in there, like wine bottle openers, vegetable peelers, can openers, things like that, I'm taking out of that drawer and I'm going to add into those two section kitchen organizers that I have in that upper cabinet. They worked out in there perfectly. It freed up so much space in that narrow drawer for me, and even though I still don't like that drawer, it has definitely become more functional for me when I'm cooking and for my family in general. So I do think that I finally figured out some organization that will work. At least fingers crossed that it works out long term. But that is everything that I was going to need to organize for today. So I'm going to wrap this up by showing you all of the before shots one more time, just so that you can remember what a giant mess my kitchen was when we first started this video. And then it will be so satisfying to see all of those after shots and how everything is looking now and how organized this space is now that I finally made time to tackle these kitchen areas that were just causing me so much trouble. But anyway, here's my freezer. It is so pretty. It's working out so well. I cannot recommend enough. If you have a freezer like this, don't give up. Keep trying to organize it because this has truly changed my storage and cooking experience for the better. I love it so much. It has cut down significantly on food waste and I'm just enjoying it so very much. Those freezer bins were a huge part of that, of course. And then here are all of the cabinets and drawers that I worked on today, which are also way more functional and accessible for my family. Let's all just hope and pray that they actually work out this time and that the organization doesn't fail. There is room to grow, so I think that it will work out long term, but you never truly know until you live with it for some time. But anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that you got a ton of ideas that you might be able to use in your own space. Also, don't forget to check out ButcherBox if you have been struggling with meat selection, shortages, or rising grocery costs in your local grocery stores. You definitely need to try ButcherBox. So there's a link down in my description box for you to sign up for membership. And don't forget to cash in on that exclusive free selection for all of my viewers and subscribers. Once again, thank you so much to ButcherBox for partnering with me on today's video. Thank you guys for choosing to spend your time here with me today. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll see you all in the next one.